Hello everyone! Last time we had Venari helping us out with getting into Corvia, where we then set up a brand new gateway into the Maw. Now all of our forces can come with us to take the battle to the jailer, but our business with Venari isn't done quite yet. A thank you is polite, but a favor is way better. Plenty of knowledge and profits to be found in Corvia. So we set up a safe gateway between Keeper's Respite and Venari's Refuge.
This will do. Now, Walker, kindly activate the device with a touch of your anima. It worked. As I knew it would, of course. Oh dear, I seem to have left my bag in that musty cave. Retrieve it for me and we shall depart.
A bag filled with goodies that does not actually belong to Venari. She turned us into common thieves, everybody. But then again, how many times have we not looted the bodies of the dead simply for shiny epics? The stuff inside, it allows her to make a projection of herself, safely joining us in the Maw without any actual risk. An ethereal cloak, which allows us to hide ourselves from the eyes of our enemies. And there's also a transportation device of some kind, which, after the test run, it takes us into Desmo Terran. Venari has a certain interest in this area of the Maw, and she wants us to play some oral sequencers to snoop on the jailer's forces. As we go around installing them, setting up a nice strong signal, we hear the Maldraxxi deflectors talking with one another. They sided with Virez, the one who took out Margrave Crexus and has taken over the House of the Chosen. A threat that is still waiting to be taken care of, and he apparently spends a whole lot of time with a sea witch. Soon enough, we find out what sea witch they're actually talking about. Golden feathers, they leave a trail on the ground straight to Danica the Reclaimer, locked up in a cage, with Helya in the background.
Who goes there? If you intend to torment me, know that you will answer for it!
We set Danica free, and warriors that have played in Legion, you're quite familiar with her, as she guided the worthy, she guided us to the Halls of Valor. Little bit of background story here. Helya was once a Titan Forge sorcerer and allied to Keeper Odin. She even helped him lift up a piece of Ulduar into the sky to create his beautiful Halls of Valor, and she helped him with the ritual to see into the Shadowlands, where he sacrificed his eye and he learned how to make his Val'kyr. But when Odin wanted to enforce this job of ferrying souls, Helya spoke out. This was not the right way to go about it, and in that moment, Odin had found his first victim. Helya was transformed into the first of the Val'kyr, and then forced to serve. Forced to transform others and ferry souls to his halls. That is, until Keeper Loken offered her a way out. He would set her free from Odin's control, and in exchange, Helya locked away Odin and all of his Val'kyr within the Halls of Valor. Then she flew down to create her own domain of Helheim. The darkness that had long festered in her heart transformed Helheim into a dark, nightmarish place. And the Vraiku souls who arrived there soon turned into Kvaldir. You might now wonder, well, why the heck did we ally with Odin and not Helya during Legion? And it's a really good question. Not everybody is aware of this history though. Being turned into a Val'kyr, it's seen as a great privilege. And so, during Legion, we took care of Helya and we earned Odin's praise. What has been newly revealed by once again Muzala is that he was the one that got Helya to join the jailer's side. But he doesn't specify exactly when that happens.
It be Muzala who brought Helya to the jailer's side. Struck a deal for old Odin's eye, and made the Banshee war chief with a whisper.
If the order of events is the way that he shares this information, then that would suggest that Helya was already an ally to the jailer before Odin learned how to make his Val'kyr, which is an interesting idea. Helya already partying with Team Jailer, even before being enslaved to Odin, but it's not entirely certain.
Did you really think you'd escaped my notice? So naive. So blind to Odin's failings.
Odin will not stand for this, and neither shall I!
Your defiance is meaningless. I already have what I need.
The ritual nears completion, and Hilda will soon rejoin her sisters.
Now bear this message back to your master, little bird. May it taste like ashes in his throat. Sliger, see them out!
Hold tight, friend!
Anahild was the Val'kyr that offered a bargain to Sylvanas after she dropped herself from the top of Icecrown and then ended up in the Maw. We are bound to the will of the dormant Lich King, imprisoned atop Icecrown, possibly for eternity. We hunger for our freedom, as you once hungered for yours. Anahild knelt beside Sylvanas, the other Val'kyr clustering around the pair of them, arms linked. We need a vessel, one like us, a sister of war, strong, who understands life and death, who has seen the light and the dark. Someone worthy of power over life and death. We need you, repeated Agatha, her black hair floating freely in the light. My sisters will be free of the Lich King forever, but their souls will be bound to yours, Anahild continued. Sylvanas Windrunner, Dark Lady, Queen of the Forsaken, you may walk with the living again through the sisterhood of the Val'kyr. As long as they live, so too shall you. Freedom, life, and power over death. This is our pact. Do you accept our gifts? And she did. Anahild took her place in the Maw, and Sylvanas was brought back to Azeroth. From the original 9, 8 now remained, and more were either needed to fulfill their bargain or taken out in combat. Here it seems like Helya is using Odin's Val'kyr to bring them back, to stand at the side of the Dark Lady once more.
Odin, I bring before you this mortal, the Maw Walker, whose valor freed me from dire captivity.
Welcome to my halls, noble one. Danica, tell me of this victory and the foe that would dare imprison one of my Val'kyr.
Are you
My sisters and I were ambushed by Maw Swarm, who serve Helya. Only I survived. We come bearing a message from that accursed witch.
I will twist every Val'kyr you send, Odin, just as you twisted me so long ago. Your own eye betrays them all. Such sweet irony.
She dares? By my beard, Helya will answer for this. Remember, after her defeat, I thought we'd seen the last of Helya's treachery. But her venomous words and deeds never cease to vex me. My own noble, all-seeing eye has been twisted into a weapon of darkness. This insult cannot stand. Danica, become the instrument of my wrath. Fight alongside this mortal champion and claim victory in my name.
It will be done, great Odin. I vow to avenge my sisters.
To bring the wrath of Odin, we're gonna need more Val'kyr to join Danica's side. Only the finest will do, hand-picked from the Circle of Glory. To call upon them, we're gonna need a special horn, the Ilska horn, crafted at Odin's forge by Master Smith Helgar.
All attend me! Behold the Ilska horn, crafted in the fires of my forge, and imbued with the bone dust of heroes! When Ilska Horn's voice calls my chosen Val'kyr, my eye will be compelled to focus upon them. Danica, you shall lead. Become the wrath of Odin, and embody my fury. Wield my rage against my enemies. Mortal, you will bear Ilska Horn to the Maw. Give it a voice to pierce the veil and unleash my vengeance.
A great plan our Odin has, but he doesn't know how to anchor the horn to the Maw or pierce the barrier that surrounds the Foul Realm. Thankfully, Vanari comes to her rescue once again. She thinks that with enough raw, unfiltered agony and anger, that we should be able to pierce the Maw and reach our allies. Crystallized grief is picked up, and furious shades are drained to make our plans happen.
We hear the call of Ilska Horn, Maw Walker. the Eye will be compelled to focus upon us. Prepare for the smaller eyes protecting Mawwalker to think that Odin's Eye could be twisted into something so vile. Strike this abomination down! The Eye is vulnerable! Strike swiftly, sisters! For Odin! Our enemy flees! After it, sisters! The Eye retreats to its master's side. Your part in this is done, Mawwalker. Come. Fortune or fate brought you to me, Mawwalker. I do not know which. No matter. Together, we have battled a mighty foe. My sisters are avenged. Helya may still scheme and plot, but at least she has been deprived of the Eye. Odin will be pleased. I expect your allies will rejoice as well. The Eye's absence will embolden their advance against the Jailer. You have my thanks for all you have done. Your deeds will be sung in Odin's great mead hall. All will know of your steadfast courage.
The Eye of the Jailer is driven out. Good. And you've gathered valuable information on Desmateron. But this news of Helya and Vyraz is troubling.
Vyraz is a spineless traitor. I will slay him and avenge Margrave Craxus.
I look forward to seeing Maldraxi forces in action, Baroness.
There is something strangely familiar about you.
And you as well. When he peered beyond the veil, Odin spoke of winged beings who bore mortal souls to their eternal rest.
Interesting. I would speak with you more on this matter, had we the time.
Perhaps, once the duties before us have been fulfilled, we can share tales of glory together.
Indeed, my friend.
No longer will we have to worry ourselves about the Eye of the Jailer. We get to hang out in the Maw as long as we like, as it's been forced retreats into its master's lair. Well, Helya and Vyraz, they're still a threat. That is going to be a problem for another time. So for now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one. And until next time, see ya!